Welcome, friends. Wishing you and your family a blessed solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Today, we are going to focus on how to be an accountable family and a recap on previous sessions. Here we go by our brother Raj Manickam.
Welcome to the third day of our reflection. And today, as family, as gift, and we are part of that gift, we are going to explore, reflect what it means to be a accountable member of that family, or responsible member of that family, a committed member of this family. Well, all these three words could be interrelated in so many ways, but all the same, we'll try to make sense of these words. Well, accountable. Am I a person who blames for things that goes wrong? Do I blame all the time for mishaps that happens within the family? Do I, a person who tend to sidetrack when issues are within the family? Well, we all agree that right from the beginning, when we say family is a gift, we all agree that God made some choices for us, and it was not our choice to say, this is the family that I want to belong to. This is my father I chose to, or this is my mother that I chose, or this is my brothers and sisters I wanted to have in my company. God chose them for me. And somehow I have grown with this family. Today, as an accountable person, accountable member of this community, can I choose them and make it my own? For example, my parents were Catholic, therefore I was baptized and brought up in the Catholic faith. Can I say now, no, that was not my choice? Likewise, I'm a religious brother today. Can I say, circumstances, situation directed me and I became a brother? It's not my choice. I think at this point of time, each one of us here present, we need to make that personal, accountable, responsible, committed choices. Meaning to say, God made me either as a male or female, and His choice was for me to be in that particular family. In that particular family, to grow up in a particular faith, and in a particular country, Malaysia. I am proud to be a Malaysian. And so on and so on. We have other attributes in terms of our professional capacity. We choose all this and say, yes, I am, and I want to be. And that way, by being accountable in those roles, then we can say, as a male member of this family, as a brother or sister in this family, I want to fulfill this role, this responsibility. And in that way, we begin to become accountable for everything that happens within the family. If I don't make that choice, and I remain a stranger in my own family, and I don't exercise the sense of belonging, then we all be like COVID. COVID is a visitor. COVID is a stranger who comes to cause problem. Are we a virus, or are we a member of a community, a family that God chose for me, God chose for you? And in doing so, we begin to see in this becoming accountable responsible, committed member, what is the thing that preventing me to be fully in this family, fully to be belonging to this community, this family? What prevents me? What prevents me? And this is why sometimes technically we said, we have made notes, we made bundles in our growing up days and say, this beyond me. I can do nothing about it. I was very small at the time when this happened. Every member in the family were bullying me. Every member were deciding things for me. My parents decided what I should become, what kind of studies I take. Everyone around me made decisions for me. And I have no control of that. Because I have no control, I make a knot and say, this is beyond me. I cannot do anything about it. Or I made a bundle and put it aside. And by doing so, even today, when an opportunity comes for me to take up some responsibility, some commitment, I'm always retracking, going back to those moments and say, is it possible something similar will happen? If I step forward and if I take responsibility, somebody going to criticize within my family. Or somebody going to say, I can do that better than you. You do not know what you are doing. And therefore, I fall back. So then, if the invitation from the Spirit is to go forward, to be in the present moment. And if you want to be in the present moment, you have to untie those knots that is tying you back to that moment in your life, the things that happened, the negativity that happened. You have to undo that knots so that you are set free. If not, either you have tied yourself together with that bundle, you are still part of that bundle, or you have a rope somewhere tied to an object and you are stuck with it. So take time, look at some of your things that holds you back. Every time that you want to say something, and you feel this is the Spirit is inspiring you, but I'm not able to. Quietly take a look at yourself and ask the Spirit to guide you. Discover where is this knot has been permanently put, so I'm not able to move. I've tied down myself to something very old and negative. I've tied down myself in a bundle form, and that bundle is heavy. I cannot carry it anymore. So take a little moment and look at those bundles that you need to open up, untie, set yourself free. So then, in relationship within your family, your father, mother, starting your growing up age, do you feel your parents love you? Do you feel your parents provided for you? Do you feel your parents protected you? If somewhere in this questioning, if you sense my parents were not there when I needed them, when I needed protection, when I needed them to provide for, they were not there. If it's so, what am I to do with that? Well, those moments, you are small, you are not able to talk about it, but today, I'm pretty sure you can talk about it to your parents, you can talk about it to those persons in relationship where such thing happened, where you are not able to talk. You are not able to openly say what you want to say. Come to reality, talk about it, and things will come better. There is no shortcut when we come to say, How can I heal my memory? How can I heal my past experiences? How can I set myself free from some of my negative experience? I could understand that could be what we call traumatic experiences. Traumatic experiences are a little more difficult than what I'm saying. I understand, but I'm talking about the ordinary experiences which not necessarily very traumatic. If it's a traumatic experiences, then yes, you may need a counselor, you may need a psychiatrist, you may need a therapist to help you. But otherwise, in the ordinary sense of the word, if you have some difficulty in connecting with people meaningfully, especially within your family, deal with it. If not, this will be brought to every other relationship that you enter into. A relationship in working life, relationship in boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, or even after you get married, this can be brought into your family life with husband and wife. Therefore, do not just disregard these issues and say, I don't have to look at it. No. You need to look at it, not alone. If you can look at it with the presence of the Sacred Heart, the presence of a beloved mother, as you know, this month, the beautiful month of June, it began with the feast of Mother of the Church. Mother is there for us, each one of us. Let's look at it with Mary, Jesus, and the Spirit. And I'm sure you can handle it. There is nothing beyond you. And in case it's beyond you, the Spirit will direct you to persons who could be of help to you. Therefore, as you continue to journey, continue to reflect in preparation for the Sacred Heart Feast, ask yourself, what can I offer to Sacred Heart? Not so much to say, I want this in return. No. We don't want anything in return. We just want to have a place in the Sacred Heart, the place that He has prepared for us, and be there. And by being with Him, everything is possible. Because Jesus does not make any demands from us. Jesus does not ask us to go anywhere where He is not. He's not going to tell us anything that is He Himself not experienced in His incarnation moment on earth. He's experienced what it means to be a human being in this world. And therefore, rely on Him. Turn to Him. Trust Him. Have your confidence in Him. Place yourself in His custody. Place yourself in His custody, and I'm pretty sure you will be very, very happy for surrendering yourself to His Sacred Heart. Let the Sacred Heart of Jesus rule our hearts. Let the Sacred Heart of Jesus accompany us. Let the Sacred Heart of Jesus guide us and make us feel ease. We belong to Him. We belong to Him. It is not Jesus belongs to us. We belong to Jesus. We belong to God. We don't deserve anything by our own merit or own right, but it's all ultimately the generosity of God who has given us in gift. The gift of the family, the gift of the siblings, the gift of all the opportunities that we have in life to this point of life. Therefore, if He has given us so much, He will surely give much more. So with that confidence, let's wind up this sharing and allow the Sacred Heart to help us celebrate the feast in fullness, in wholeness, and experience His continued presence in among us. Emmanuel, God is with us. Amen. Thank you. Dear friends, good evening and welcome to our final concluding input on the formation that we have been undertaking the last few talks. As we know that words are powerful, As in the Eucharist, when we say, I am not worthy to receive you, Lord, but say a word and we will be healed, or I shall be healed. It is true that in our everyday life, in order to be bringing healing to one another, our words are a very powerful tool. Every kind word that is said to someone is going to make that person feel good. And it is feeling good helps the person to overcome some of the bitter feelings he may have, or any other form of hurts that in the past that may have caused by words of someone. So then, as much as we desire God to give us healing words, let us learn to be persons who bring about positive words, striking words that will be loving and healing to one another. Keeping that in our mind, let's continue to reflect and to bring to some kind of connection of all that various points that we would have been sharing and listening to, and let's come to a kind of conclusion for the moment. We have been talking about the gift of God. Our life is a gift, our family is a gift, our siblings are a gift, our parents are a gift. So if it's a gift, it has been wrapped up in some form and given to us. So this gift will remain powerful, beautiful, wonderful, whatever the external may change. This external change will not make any difference to the absolute value of the family, value of our parents, value of any significant person God has granted us as gift, especially our very own life. To bring this point, I wish to draw your attention to this package, quite familiar. It's a mooncake package, and if you notice that the mooncake itself will not change anywhere in terms of taste, quality, because the box is made beautiful. The box has been, in fact, sometimes adds the economic sense of that product, but not necessarily the quality of the mooncake. So let's remember that, as I said in my early sharing, that we in our mother's womb were naked. As we were brought to this world through the birth, we were dressed up, and even today we continue to dress up with various kind of branded clothing or branded whatever ornaments or branded whatever that could add some kind of external beauty. And today, if you go to the shopping centers, if you are a female, when you talk about makeup, you get lost. So many brands, each brand promising to make you look better. And therefore, let's pay attention. How much of these we have taken into our life, to the external aspect of our life, and thinking this external, as I add on, I will be somehow healed within. Whatever upset you may have gone through in life, whatever hurts that we have gone through in life, sometimes through some significant relationship, people will come on our life through their words could heal us. Therefore, if we are invited now to say, go, baptized persons, be healed, and go and be healing to the others. So in order to go about healing, and I think all of us could make a contribution in the kind of words that we choose in our daily communication. Kind words, compassionate words, understanding words. Let's make an effort in this field. We don't have to do anything great, anything big, but in this little way, we can choose how God has chosen for us what is good, in the sense of a family, parents and all that, we as free persons must begin to exercise this ability to choose. Ability to choose. God gave us life. God gave us the gender that we are and many other attributes to life. But what we become as a male or female or all the various talents that we develop, what we become is a gift to God. I repeat, what God has given us in terms of life, the gender that we are, the ethnicity we are, or nationality, whatever, gifts that God has given, and I make all these my personal choice now, and I begin to use it as positively and productively, as meaningful as possible. That is my gift to God. My gift to God. Therefore, at this point of time, though we are sure we have a special space in Jesus' Sacred Heart, let's be there as person happy, person contented, person who are forgiving, persons who can become, continuously becoming and growing. And I think when we talk about formation, this is what it means. We are growing in the likeness of Jesus, likeness of God, and in this growing, we allow the Holy Spirit to reveal to us the full knowledge of God, full knowledge of myself, and glimpse of the truth. Glimpse of the truth. None of us hold to certain truth which is complete and nobody else has it. So each one of us, when we allow the truth to surface in us, the truth that the Spirit makes known, and I think every bit of this truth from various persons can complete our knowledge of God and the people that we live with. So in this sense, how to become an inclusive person, inclusive community member, inclusive family. Therefore, in today's context, mixed marriages are taking place. In the same family, you may have one person belong to other faith, and in this kind of faith situation, how are we being inclusive? Are we just only celebrating Deepavali, celebrating Hariraya, or celebrating some Chinese festival? Or we are making some effort to understand people of other faith, making some effort to understand what their faith and their belief is all about. And I think today, the integrated healing can take place to each one of us. The greatest healing as a Malaysians that we can have is this: ability to become inclusive, ability to see in the differences of people, and in these differences there is beauty. Not looking for similarity only, but look for the real differences, how they become a person different from me, but still a child of God. They are different from me, but they are there to fulfill the purpose of God in this life. So taking that into our mind, let us be very considerate to one another. In our consideration to one another, this is how we will bring about the healing that we are asked to bring about. As baptized person, let's reach out. Let's reach out one with Jesus, one with the Sacred Heart, and that we will be able to make everyone around us happy, everyone as accepted, everyone among us to say, yes, I'm part of this larger community and I have a contribution to make, and that contribution is going to be good for all. As we become the inclusive persons in the world today, let's not forget one thing. COVID infection affected those who are weak in their immunity. Likewise, for us, our spiritual life can be affected if our immunity in terms of spiritual sense is weak. What does that mean? How do we become weak in immunity where our spiritual life is concerned? The moment we ignore, the moment we don't allow Jesus in us to grow. As John the Baptist would have advised us, let Christ increase and you decrease. You decrease. And on this process of Christ increasing in us and we decreasing, this is where the ego silenced. Otherwise, we tend to allow ourselves to be super grown, and in the super grown, we have a kind of false image of ourselves, and this can dictate terms to us, and that can destroy us. Not only destroy us, can destroy others. So then, let's have our spiritual immunity to be strengthened so that no other ill effects of the so-called other possibilities, the so-called worldly happiness, the so-called gratification, instant gratification of every desire of us. It is not the gratification of every desire that's going to make us happy. Opposite is true. Every ability to delay my gratification, where I feel I'm in control with God, and there I become the most happiest, comfortable, confident person in this world. So then, let's continue to check also in our life, what and when are we able to delay gratification? Whatever pleasure that we are seeking, whatever dreams that we have for ourselves, whatever things that we want to acquire, in all that, if I can delay the gratification dimension of this accumulation, I think we are in the right direction with the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and we will become persons giving this message. If you have less, praise the Lord, because you don't have to have everything gratifying your heart to the point, then only happiness comes in. No. The little we have, we share. We learn to say, I can wait. I don't have to be having everything today. Things will come as and when, and I'm open to that. So let's then continue in this mood, in this idea, these thoughts, these feelings, so that Christ may fill our hearts and we in Christ be complete and happy. With this, I say thank you. God bless.
Almost every time a disaster strikes, the most dependable people whom we will run to and who will stand by us is our family. This COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced this truth that the most secure place for each of us is the safety of our homes. The safest people to be with is our families. Sadly to say, for some, this might have been the complete opposite. I want to thank Brother Raj for reaching out to all families during this past 3 evenings. May his reflections help us in dealing with some issues pertaining to our families which we might have taken for granted until now. May we continue to nurture the good experiences that we have as families and work to overcome outstanding issues, hurts and pains. May the passing over of this pandemic not make us pass over our families and wait for another disaster to strike before we start appreciating our families again once more. May our families find a safe and secure place in the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Next Friday, let us gather to pray for our families before Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. See you there on the 26th of June, same time, same place. May the Sacred Heart of Jesus bless you and your families. Amen.